are going for a whole hour. Straight dog talk and the song. Jump on in and speculate. Show up on time, don't be weak and late. We are community, so don't hate. And learn to cooperate.
Monday Bully Live. You already know we do this every Monday at 8 p.c.st. And you already know what we're going to be talking about tonight. We're going to be talking about 5 breeding tips. And I don't care if you're just a dog owner. Trust me, you're going to want to hear these things heading into 2026. Because 2026 is not going to be your usual year in playing cards or breeding or doing anything else for that matter. We had significant things happen this year economically that are going to affect what's going to be going on up to half the year there. Before we get started, let me just say what's up. We got JS Bulldogs over here. He was in early. We got Inserata. This should be a good one. You already know. Neil, I hope I can say this correctly. Midas. After seeing the Nationals, I'm sure that this will be a good one. Nationals. What do you guys think about Nationals? Let me do a quick little prelude. I was really excited for Apollo going into Nationals because he was an XL who I felt had as good a shot as ever into winning Nationals for the XL American Bully class. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. Neither did last year's grand champion Jack. He didn't make it either. I do want to send a couple special shout outs. First of all, special shout out to everyone that just participated, because the mere fact that you were already there, that's a big win for you and your program. I don't care who you are or where you're at in your journey. If you just started, if you've been doing it for years, being able to compete at Nationals is a big step for any program. But in particular, I want to send a special shout out to Adam Fields and his boy Flex. I also want to send a special shout out to Theo Fawcett. Now, if you're wondering why I'm shouting them out, I'm shouting them out because they're part of BEK. Okay. BEK holds a near and dear space in my heart for our late friend, brother to many of us, Trayvon Mobley. If you guys don't know, Trayvon passed away unexpectedly earlier this year. I want to give you guys a little insight of Trayvon, of what he did here in my channel and why he was so special. As of last year, we were doing the bully stack-offs, and that's where people would stack their dogs live, okay, through the camera, and we would end up picking winners and whatnot. This young man, for the last 3 years before he passed away, he was heavy into the bully stack-off. And I just want to show you guys this piece. Bama Elite, man. You've been hacking at it. You've been wanting it. You finally got it, man. Congratulations, bro.
Thank you.
Bama Elite, man. Repeat. We're going to call you Repeat Elite.
Everything Bama Elite Kennel, Facebook, Trayvon Mobley, TREVON MOBLEY. You can contact me on either one.
Trayvon Mobley, BEK Bama Elite Kennels. He's won bully stack off now several times. Guys, so look, I'm giving this straight up to Trayvon Mobley. He won for the month of May. How many times have you won, bro?
Twice.
He's already won twice. He's going to enter 2 dogs at the end of the year for a $5,000 payout. Nice and cold. Sweaty.
Hey man, don't be getting.
I'll drink some at the Delta.
Go ahead. Put in your mouth. I don't want to drip no more. Go. 2, 1. Trayvon, let's go.
I'm out.
I'm out. Michael Higginson, the rating. Talk to us, Trayvon. Come on, man.
Ooh, that stuff's hot.
Yeah, I drink.
There you go.
There you go. That's going to help you out a little bit. There you go. Turn around. Turn around. Oh, dang. Definitely. Real quick. Trayvon, listen, Miss Beth says that now that you've seen the dogs, who's your favorite male and female in the yard?
Fireball is my favorite. This one I fell in love with on your yard, and when I see him in person, it was even better. I love Fireball, man. It's something about him. I just love him. And out of the females, Athena. I like Athena. Athena look real good.
Trayvon.
What's going on?
Hey, you didn't win. You didn't win, but your two dogs did great, man.
Oh yeah, appreciate it. I got Adam. He over here with me now.
There you go, man. Good work. Good work, man. I appreciate you. So, guys, I just wanted to give you that piece so you could get a little bit of insight of who Trayvon Mobley is. Bama Elite Kennels definitely represented. I got nothing but goosebumps going on right now. With Adam Fields winning his age class with his male, and also Theo Fawcett winning the age class with his female. Nothing but love for Bama Elite Kennels, and for you guys to make it happen. I know Trayvon is really proud of you guys from up above. I want to ask you guys, do you guys feel that Nationals went the way you thought it would? I normally feel I always come out of Nationals more times than not feeling like it didn't go the right way. And that's going to happen all the time whenever you have a subjective competition, right? If it's a beauty pageant, you know there's a lot to it going on. If it's a three-point competition, that's totally different because either the ball makes it or it doesn't. It's that simple. Let me know what you think before we go ahead and continue. Let's see. The Hulu skirt was wild. Okay. New Blood Kennel saying, yo, we got just his smile gives good vibes, says STK Kennels. Absolutely, man. It was infectious, man. Nothing but love for those of us that knew Trayvon. Nothing but love, man. Need to renew my membership. Make it happen, man. That's all you got to do. We got a link down below. You could be a member for as little as $5 a month. And we're going to have a conversation. Now, I'm giving you guys a chance to talk about Nationals. Let me see. We got some comments coming in. I thought Nationals would go different, and I like different dogs, but shows are like that. And I agree. It's a subjective competition. You really don't know how it's going to go because a lot of times we're going to chalk it up as politics and this and that. And don't get me wrong, I'm the first person that's not going to say that there isn't any involved. But with that being said, even if there was no politics and you took that completely out the picture, you may have a different judge that may favor, say, athletic dogs over stockier dogs or vice versa. You see what I'm saying? So once you're getting used to something, all of a sudden, bam, there's something different. A different dog. Now, don't get me wrong. Biggie, my hat's off to Biggie. I have seen him. I haven't seen him in person. I've only seen him through pictures and whatnot. He looks like an amazing specimen through the video. This past weekend, he looked like an amazing specimen. So definitely not taking anything away. But my whole point is, I kind of feel that as crazy as this may sound, there should be a 3-person panel, a 3-judge panel. And you should have 2 that are constant and 1 that you switch out every year. This way, you're getting more of a particular consistency, if you will. I know, was it 2 years back, we had a classic win. We've had mostly standards. I'm just saying, I would like to see a certain level of consistency. This way, whether we like it or not, subconsciously, we're all shooting in one particular direction. Real quick, Kyle, have it ready, man. I got a New Blood Kennels, man. They just went ahead and re-up. So let's make it happen. It's claro que sí. We do this every Monday, like I said earlier. That's right. Kyle is just jumping off a balcony in the back, man. Number love, man. Appreciate you, New Blood. Let's see. Raven Bull says, Alex made the right choice at Nationals from the lives I've seen for sure. Yeah, man. Look, again, I have no problems with Biggie taking it. In fact, I kind of felt not bad because Noct is an amazing dog within his own right. But I kind of felt like last year, Noct, he kind of got not sidestepped, but he didn't get his flowers, right? Even though he made it up there. But I kind of felt that between him and Biggie, I just felt like Noct could definitely take it 2 out of 3 times. And it didn't happen that way. I don't have a problem with Biggie taking it. But nonetheless, I kind of wanted to see Noct do it. Just an amazing dog. Willie Martin, I've seen some awful pics, but that's just my opinion. Okay. Again, man, pics, that's why we do a lot of videos, because pics could either raise the dog up or could bring the dog down. And what gets me a lot of times with pictures is a lot of times you'll see the dog on slanted ground and people are still going ape shit over the dog. And you're like, are we missing something? No, you're not missing anything. The problem is you're a wolf in a room of sheep, and sheep are going to flock, and it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The dog was standing on a, on a slanted ground. They overlooked that, and you just got to accept it. To become a member, Kyle is dropping this below. It's also below down in the description. All right. Jackson Bartlett, how would these work on Borbles? Love your content, man. I'm not sure what you're asking about. If you could be a little bit more specific, I could answer. In Sarata, there are a lot of great dogs there. A lot of dogs could have taken it. Fair enough. For nationals, yeah, I can agree on that. I guess he's talking about having a panel, 2 consistent, two long-time judges, and then you have that one judge that just in case, they're at a loggerheads, he could decide one way or another. I would really like to see that. Let's see. Naomitos, I don't know if I'm saying it right. I saw some show pups that had slight east westy and took the blue ribbon. Jack Strunk says at least. Okay. So how do you feel about that, guys? Do you feel that if there's a dog, a pup, an adult, doesn't matter, if they're showing easty westy, do you feel that they should still be getting the blue ribbon, or they should be getting a red ribbon or a yellow ribbon for 2nd and 3rd place? Let me know. Drop your comments. Freddie Stravia saying there's a lot of nice dogs at nationals. Okay. Upgrade soon says New Blood Kennels. No issues, man. Jay Bully Zing, Raul Hermano. What's up, bro? I bet it's different if you're there than on the screen too. Absolutely. Best membership I pay for. Much appreciated, fam. Number love, man. Thank you. We're about to get into this, guys. We're just warming up the motors here. Nadies 8067. Oh, okay. This is Nadies. Okay, Nadies. I'll call you Nadies because that other one is hard for me to pronounce. New Blood says it's Queen. I'm back. All right. Adam Fields not look good this year. He did. Honestly, I felt that Jack had a chance because I felt, you can knock me for this, but I kind of felt like he looked better this year than he did last. Last year, it got a little sloppy there towards the end. Not with him in particular, with all the dogs, right? I kind of felt he dropped a little weight and looked a little bit more compact this year. I don't know. I thought he had a chance. Sulema Santiago, hello. How's it going, everyone? All right, live your life, dogs. There you go. We got New Blood. Need to change that back. Just notice that it's New Bloods right now. All right. Willie Martin, Bain should won champion class pocket. Okay, fair enough. If that's your opinion. Big E was very nice. I thought he was. I think his top line is phenomenal. Got excellent rear angulation. Just good looking dog. I don't have a problem with him winning it at all. Jake Strunk not look great with that extra 15 pounds on him this year. Some dogs are dropping the weight, others are adding it. You know how it goes, man. New Blood says, I follow the breeder, great dog, especially Extreme Bear Smog. Okay. Borbles, South African Mastiff, I'm aware. how would these supplements work on a Mastiff breed? I own a Borbal, and I'm trying to find the best supplement I can find for my boy. It's like my son, and I want to give him the very, very best. Well, listen, man, I've spoken about this a long, long time. Green bottle is a multivitamin. Blue bottle is joint support. How would that work for you and your dog? Well, hold on a second. Let me fix the camera here. The way it would work for you and your dog is that it's made at human food grade. If you know anything about feed grade and human food grade, let me give you a quick example. If there's a cow that's dying, they're going to go ahead and chop it up and sell it for feed grade, meaning it could be sold maybe as kibble, it could be sold as cat food, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, when it's human food grade, it's a sick cow. You can't kill it and sell it. That's just not going to fly. So that's the main difference with this particular brand. All right. If you notice, this brand, it is not showing big muscled up dogs or none of that. It doesn't have to. All right. But I will tell you, there are enzymes within this little green bottle that's going to help break down what your dog's eating and actually consume a little bit more, 8% more than what you're currently feeding. So let me give you an example. When I first got Nuvet, I fed it to my dogs for a month and a half, and we started noticing an increase in weight from 8 to 10%. We were not feeding more. We were feeding the same amount. However, what was happening is the enzymes that Nuvet has, along with the vitamins and everything that is at food grade level, all right, was making a world of difference. Why? Let me give you one example. Vitamin C. Look it up. It's not me saying it. Vitamin C is needed for repair, all right, for the dog to repair its skin, for it to repair its tendons, anything that's constantly breaking down. When a dog goes and it runs for, say, 10 minutes, when it comes back, there are miniature tears on their tendons, ligaments, joints, you name it. You need vitamin C to repair those tears, right? But here's the problem. If you're relying on kibble to supply that vitamin C, that's where you're going to run into a world of hurt. You see, kibble is cooked at over 350 degrees in order to get the moisture out so it could have shelf life. Vitamin C starts degrading at 140 degrees. So by the time it's been cooked, gone through the protruder, and it's also been on the shelf, remember, vitamin C also degrades with contact with oxygen. How much vitamin C is your dog really getting? It's not. And this is the reason why so many people that go to Nuvet and NuJoint DS all of a sudden are saying, oh my God, my dog's feet that were east-westy, they're now fixed. Oh my God, my dog's coat, I've never seen that before. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And what it is this is not a magic pill. What it is it's a real pill. It's 100% natural. And it's actually bioavailable for your dog. What your dog has been missing for so many years or so many months or so many weeks, this right here is actually going to give it to it, bro. So that's the reason. You want to try it on your Borbal? Go ahead and take a before-after picture. I'll be more than happy to post it up here. All right? Let's keep this going, man. I need to jump on topic. Peyton Blanchard, hi. Have you ever in Memphis stopped by Low and Slow Barbecue? I got you. 701 East Range Road, Memphis, Tennessee, 38116. Man, you making me want to drive right now. Man, let me tell you, Jack Strunk, we at Bird Bullies have been all over the country, multiple grand champions and champ males, females, winner of the Rumble in the Jungle guys. All judges see things differently. Absolutely. Listen, if you're going to a beauty pageant, this is not a 3-point contest. This is subjective. And on that day, you don't know if that judge got his ear pulled 3 months prior because he chose a dog that, I don't know, had maybe the same flaw your dog had. Because I know there were amazing dogs in that ring, but make no mistake about it, there was no perfect dog in that ring. There's not one. All right, just keeping it real with you. Real close, but not one. Willie Martin, what do you think about all these other breeds being involved? Man, I'm fine with it. In fact, I'm kind of happy the Brazilian bulls are there. I want competition for the American Bully XL. No slight to Adam Fields, no slight to my dude Angel Chavero. He was showing grand champion. I don't know if he's grand champion or champion Apollo right now off the top of my head, but I kind of feel like the XL these last 2 or 3 years is just, I don't know. I'm talking about as a whole, not talking about just individual dogs. There are many individual American Bully XLs out there that have been killing it. But as a whole, I kind of feel like things have gone down a little bit. And so I want to see competition for the American Bully XL. So that's what I think. Jair Grimm says, Biggie. Yeah, Biggie, the perfect outcross. Well, Jair Grimm, I got to hand it to him. We had a show last week where we had Tuesday Night Bully Talk in here. We had Caleb Weddle, Nakia Weddle. We had Amanda Jean Dixon. We had Unc Bruce up in here, and we failed or forgot to put Biggie in there. But you got to keep in mind, we were also asking them to send pictures and whatnot. So maybe Biggie didn't get around to it, but definitely Jair Grimm brought him up. And that was definitely a good call, Jair, on your behalf. Nadie says it was amazing seeing something many Merles for the first sanction show. There you go. Jack Strunk says, love them supplements. They have worked wonders on my 90 pounds female. Yeah, you're gonna love it even more when you give it to your Mastiff, to your Borbal. Let's see here. Shawnee says, just wanted to say thank you for the goo recipe. Has done wonders for my Merle and his allergies, as well as skin issues. That and the Nuvet, again, thank you. You got it. Nothing but love. Listen, this channel, real quick, guys, let me just give you this. This channel is multifaceted. We talk about diets, nutrition, exercise, genes. We talk about dogs. We talk about dog shows. We talk about just about everything. This is the time I have for you, okay, to be able to ask you whatever question and for me to answer you live. Do I know everything? No, but everything I know, I will share, okay? So if I come across a question that I can't answer, I'll let you know. But if I can't answer it, I'm going to answer it with the experience I've been able to gain within these last 10 years of breeding, all right? What's up, everyone? All right, Erraheda's in the house. Jay Bullies Inc. This is the best show. Raul, Nuvet NuJoint DS. Mejor. Thank you. Nothing but love. By the way, guys, on the 24th of December, we're running the raffle. We're also going to be running it every quarter. All right, so you guys don't have to wait a whole year, to see who wins it. We're going to do it once every quarter. If you do win, I'm going to send Nuvet out your ears. We're going to cover you for an entire year. Let's see. Tina Payton. Vitamin C is exactly right, people. Use it in their face to repair sun damage. Excellent for dogs, too. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Sarata, I made the goo this week, too. My boy was fine at his first show on November 23rd. Right after he broke out all over, scratched his neck open. I have another show on the 13th, and he looks bad. Well, Miss Insaratha, do me a favor. Can you take a before and after picture using the goo so we can show people how effective it is? Jimmy Herbert, my dog has heart murmur. With those supplements, be good for him. All right. You got to realize, Jimmy Herbert, I'm sorry, did I say it right? Harbert, my bad. You're talking about something that's already there and that is functioning. And you're talking about vitamins that are just going to make things or life easier for your dog. So I don't foresee where this is going to affect your dog in any way. However, because you're saying that there's already a heart murmur in place, I would suggest you talk to your vet before giving them anything. I don't know what stage of the heart murmur is, which of the, if it's the tricuspid, if it's the bicuspid valves, I don't know. I have no idea if the dog's regurgitating, if it's having a hard time catching his breath, so on and so forth. I don't know. I did oregano bath and another one too. There you go, Insaratha. Insaratha sounded like she knows her stuff, man. Jackson Bartlett, thank you so much for the response and the feedback. I really appreciate it. I'll definitely be buying the supplements you recommended. Appreciate it. Love all your dogs. I will definitely take before and after pictures and keep you updated. God bless. Yeah, please do, man, so we can show it here. I definitely want to show it. I also tried the golden paste recipe you posted on your page, and it worked wonders. There you go. What do you know, guys? What do you know? You know, there's an old Cuban saying that says, El diablo es más diablo por viejo que por diablo. I'll translate it. The devil is more of a devil because he's old than he is because he's a devil. What he's trying, what the whole saying is trying to say is experience is key. And, you know, this goof from the Q that, you know, we put out there, we've been using it for years. It's literally just too easy to not want to use it. And I've had so many people hitting me up talking about having to go to the vet, $1,300, $800, $600, and it's still not fixed. All of a sudden they gone with the goo, and it's like, oh my God, you know, and it's like, yeah, we've been trying to tell you guys, it's not that it's magic or anything, but it definitely does work. Off topic, I like it. I like it like that. I like that hat, Raul. There you go. Yeah, we changing it up a little bit, guys. We changing it up. Thank you so much, Shade Tree. Immortal Dudes, is Nuvet next day shipping? No, it's not next day shipping. It's going to take about 3 or 4 or even 5 days to get to you, depending what day of the week you place the order. Jack Strunk, have had problems with crystals and UTIs. Feed a good diet. Just need some advice. Okay, so for crystals, you need to find out what it is that your dog, what the crystals are made of. There's no way around that. You got to find a way to find out what the crystals are made of, because that's going to tell you exactly what's in the diet that you need to take out. As far as UTIs, guys, I get asked a lot, my dogs have UTIs. What do you do? Well, you guys know I like the natural route. The thing about the natural route is the natural route typically is going to take care of anything that is mild. Where the natural route usually crashes, I would say 70% of the time, is when you have something that got out of hand and now you want to go the natural route. So now you're dealing with something that's worse than mild, worse than moderate, right? And you're trying to, you know, go mild with it. So I said all that to say this. What I do is I go to CVS, I find 100% cranberry supplement. 100%. I don't want to see nothing else on the ingredient list other than cranberry. And guess what? That's what I give my pups. Whether it's the juice, whether it's in capsules, that's what we're going to give the dog, right? UTIs. So what happens is cranberry, the acidity of it is going to kill the bacteria in the bladder, and that's what's going to help clean everything out. Now, as far as the crystals, that's happening a little bit further up in the kidneys. That you're going to have to go to the vet for. There's just no way around it. All right. Let me see. Kyle is saying, if you need the Nuvet Plus code, here it is. Remember, when checking out, you must type in the code to register, 513237. You can't order without it, guys. We also have a link below. If you click on the link, it's going to take you there, and it's going to auto-populate. Ryan Daigle, how do I fix the yeast in my 7-month-old XL Bully's ears? I use apple cider vinegar. It kind of worked. Okay, so Ryan Daigle, best thing I could advise you is right here on this channel, go to our playlist that's called Get Rid of Yeast, and check out the playlist. You're going to have to sit there. You're going to have to put some time so you can figure it out, my friend. Jimmy Harbor, thank you. I will definitely talk to my vet. If he says okay, I will buy the supplements. You got it, man. Number love. I really doubt he's not going to say it's okay, but it's always the right thing to do, man. Jose Hernandez, I really believe in the chlorhexidine bath. I've tried it several times. It does work. But again, guys, I call it my nuclear option. Don't go to chlorhexidine and keep doing it over and over and over every single month. By the time 6 months roll by, it might not be working as effectively, okay? Goo is amazing. No more saddle point injections. There you go. Goo from the Cube. You don't know what it is? Check out the shorts that we got. Find the Goo short. It's gonna blow your mind. Raul, I've been searching for the galvanized tub you use. Where can I find it? Excuse me. You can find it in Tractor Supply. We have it all over here in Texas. I don't know what state you're in, but Tractor Supply or a feed store. Ryan Dangle says, thank you. You got it. And Kyle Holland, he answered that for me. All right, guys. So listen, let me give you guys 5 tips for breeding in 2026. All right. Okay. This dude says Miami. There's probably no Tractor Supply in Miami. You're probably going to have to go. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe Sebring, maybe LaBelle, Florida. Miami ain't going to have one of those, bro. Just giving you a heads up. So 5 tips that I can give you for breeding in 2026. Why am I making it specific for 2026? I'm going to make it specific because right now there's been a series of things that happened, right, to our economy, and these things are going to be affecting us all the way into the first half of 2026. Whether you're for or you're against the tariffs, they happened. And tariffs is nothing more than a tax for goods that are going to be sold here in the country. That added tax is going to raise price. We also have a situation where we're having an inflation, right? Supposedly, we're not going to see deflation, right, until early 2027. So why am I bringing all this up? I'm bringing this up because I want you guys to succeed, okay? You little guys, the big dogs, big breeders, they're always going to have a line of people that want to buy their dogs. That's going to happen here and everywhere, all right? But you little guys, I want you guys to start taking steps to protect, your dream of wanting to be a full-time breeder, right? That's the majority of people that are breeding, that are hitting me up. That's what they want to be. And those of you that are owning dogs, I also want to give you some insight. That way you can, number one, offset some of this inflation and stuff that's going on with dog food. I literally was going to make a video on dog food this week. I went into the, PetSmart today, and I forgot the name of the other one yesterday. And dog food prices are through the freaking roof, right? And so the very first thing I'm going to throw out there, and this is mostly for you breeders, okay? Very first thing is, and I looked this up. I looked this up with something called the AVMA, the American Veterinary, I forgot what DMA stand for 2023. This was a survey that was done. And one of the main things that was being asked is, what are the main reasons that kennels or breeders, individual breeders, are failing? All right. Number one answer that came up is over 50% of failures stem from breeding unhealthy dogs, leading to high vet bills, refunds, and here's the killer, and reputation damage. Let me tell you guys something, man. You guys think that by saving $100 on a genetic test that you're going to be able to sell a dog that, is going to be fully guaranteed as far as health issues? You got another thing coming. I'm just letting you know. Not only that, think about this as a breeder. If you sell a dog and it's genetically cleared, and in 6 months, the dog came back with a heart murmur, like it happened to me, okay, now you know it's not a genetic basis. It's something that the client might have done. And it's a perfect opportunity for you to find out what's going on and re-educate. In my case, they were feeding a puppy that they have bought from me, grain-free dog food. This is before the whole taurine thing, right? And next thing you know, within 6 months, that puppy was showing like it was having a heart murmur. All right. So first things first, you need to do genetic testing. This way you're not breeding dogs that are carriers of a particular disease with each other. And then they're just going to produce dogs that have that disease that neither parent may show, but the puppies are going to be showing. All right. That's number one. Number two, one of the things I strongly recommend is, in order to offset costs, right, as breeders, to kind of group yourself, not just with another breeder, but if possibly with 5 other breeders, especially, listen to me now, especially when it's time for you guys to buy either genetic testing kits or dog food. Why? Well, genetic testing kits, they sell them depending by amounts, depends the discount that you get. The more that you buy, the higher the discount that you get. So if, say, 5 of you breeders are doing it together and 2 of you currently have a litter of, say, 8 puppies each, you guys are probably going to maximize on the discount. Even though you're only going to be buying it under one name, you're going to maximize on it. Secondly, with dog food, a lot of these companies that are selling meat, right? The more you buy, the more bulk you buy, the more discounts that they're giving you. So if it's 5 of y'all and all 5 of you are buying 100 pounds worth of beef, for example, that's 500 pounds. You're going to get an added discount for everybody. Whereas if each one of you individually was buying the 100 pounds, just throwing that out there. All right. Let's see. Hold on a second. We got Miss Tina. We got Tina Payne saying, you're right. When you go natural, it takes time to see results, but you will. When I got Mia, it took me a few tries finding the right kibble. Ended up with salmon-based food, no wheat, no, I guess, corn, and no meal. I add veggies and real meat or fish with bone broth, and it's been a win-win. She is beautiful, healthy, no more ear infections or yeast infections. She just turned 2 this year, and she's perfect. Excellent. Excellent. I will also tell you guys one other thing that's going to be key for your dogs in 2026. So you guys know I'm not a big proponent on feeding kibble. Okay, I feed kibble as nothing more than a filler, which means it's priority number 10 all the way in the back. But with that being said, I have spoken in the past about the better kibbles that I have found, the ones I've used that I feel have been able to check my boxes and that sort of thing. So I want to make a correction. So I want you guys to understand something about me and about my platform. I am constantly evolving. Any breeder that stays in one place, it's just a matter of time before you get ran over. If you were to talk to Raul, which is me, 5 or 6 years ago, I probably would have told you Victor High Pro Plus, Victor High Pro Plus. But things have happened since then. Victor sold to another company. They kind of changed the recipe. It wasn't what it used to be, at least not in my book. I no longer feed my dogs Victor High Pro Plus. The most recent kibble that I have used that has worked for me is none other than Sam's Club or Members Mark salmon and sweet potato formula. Okay, salmon and sweet potato formula. But there's a but. There's a but. I did a ratio formula check on many dog foods out there, and the ratio was a 5-to-1 omega-6 fatty acid to 1 omega-3 fatty acid. This is really important because that ratio keeps inflammation in check. Inflammation is one of the main contributors for your dogs to showing yeast infection, showing allergies, showing skin conditions, getting hurt, having coming up with a limp, so on and so forth. Inflammation is not good in any way, shape, or form. So ever since implementing that, I then took a look at the kibble that I was using. To my infinite surprise, salmon sweet potato formula through Members Mark and Sam's Club has a lower, or better yet, has a higher, which is not what we want, has a higher omega-6 to omega-3 ratio than their chicken and rice formula, or, which is the one I'm using now, which is their lamb and rice formula. So I have now shifted to lamb and rice. Those of you that are feeding salmon and sweet potato, or chicken and rice, or lamb and rice, or any kibble for that matter. Listen closely. My recommendation for you is to buy your dogs omega-3 fatty acids. Whether is through buying salmon oil, which I have bought in the past through YouTube. I'm sorry, not YouTube, Amazon. Or even if you have to get omega-3s for dogs, I don't care. Make sure you're consistently giving your dogs omega-3. If you're feeding your dogs and your dogs are consistently coming up with a limp, having allergies, not getting pregnant, this may be something that you want to visit. All right. What are the main causes of hypoglycemia? Man, Christian, it could be so many different things, from even an infection could cause hypoglycemia. You have to be a little bit more specific, bro. I could sit here all day and talk about it. The dog's metabolism. Some dogs are able to, work with a lower sugar count than, say, other dogs. Puppies usually have a high tendency of becoming hypoglycemic. This is why they need to be eating every 2 hours. I don't know. You got to give me something. You're giving me too broad of a question. And so, Raul, a good idea about bulking, buying together. Yeah, that's a recommendation. Raul, have you ever reviewed Inukshuk? I haven't, but I did when I bought Sunshine. Let me bring her on the screen here real quick. When I bought this beautiful girl, Sunshine, her breeder was feeding her Inukshuk. Her and her brothers and sisters, right? And by the way, our girl is Sunshine's half sister. And I will tell you, their coats were amazing. And if I remember correctly, their ratio for that particular omega-3, which is the one we're looking for, because sometimes in the bag, they're going to break them down as EPA and ALA. Don't get it wrong. They're both omega-3s, but of the two, the one we're really looking at is one called ALA. And the reason we're looking at that is because dogs are really bad at converting, right, vegetable omega-3s to usable omega-3s. And make no mistake about it, they're going to shove vegetable omega-3s because they're the cheaper ones. Alex Gutierrez, question, a couple of weeks going to be an owner of my first bully. What food do you recommend for puppy? My friend recommended me your show. My friend, Alex, when you become a member, we'll answer that question live. For now, all I can tell you is we have plenty of videos for you to watch and for you to learn. That's what I can tell you. Tina says, I do sardines in water, no salt, or I do salmon. I smoke in the smoker. I spoil her. There you go. Yeah, make sure if you're giving sardines for the omega-3, which is one of the cheapest sources, make sure it's in water, guys. Make sure it's not in oil, because they usually use soybean oil. For those of you that have female dogs, soybean has certain properties that actually mimics estrogen, and it will throw your female's heat cycle off. So that's the main reason you don't want to give that. Prater King Bullies, if I feed a Inukshuk, I recommend the marine formulas. And that's exactly what my girl was getting before I got her, man. Point of view content, is it okay to make sweet potatoes with my chicken? I don't see why not. We've always done that. Jamie Harbird, I feed Ranger, my American Pocket Bully, the members, Mark Salmon, Manhattan, sweet potato, give him cooked egg twice a day, and blueberries. Should I also buy fresh salmon or give him extra omega-3s? I would look up omega-3 dosages, and I'd probably go that route. It's up to you if you want to give it to him as salmon. If you are going to give it as salmon, make sure it's well cooked, and or if not, as oil. That's completely up to you. I would definitely check out the videos. There you go. And I use marine formulas. All right. The other tip I want to throw at you guys, in particular for 2026, sometimes us as breeders, when the going gets good, we get a little greedy. and we'll throw an extra breeding in there that we really know it's probably not even in the best interest of the kennel, but we're going to throw it out there anyways because we feel like people are going to buy the pups, and if we get anything amazing out of it, it's just going to be a bonus. You guys do as you wish, of course, but my recommendation is wait until at least right past the summer of 2026 to do that. I'm not saying that there's going to be a market crash or anything like that. I don't think there is, but I do think that because we're going to be in a very slight growth pattern, the fact that inflation is on hand and all these other, the tariffs and all that, I think they're all going to play a role. And I think if you find yourself throwing out an extra litter just for the sake of doing it, you might end up keeping the dogs. I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. Tina Payton is saying pumpkin is awesome too. It is, especially when you feed pumpkin raw. That's where it's at, because that's where all the probiotics are at for the dog to take in. Let me see, man. Let's see. Also, let's see what else. So one other thing I found in the study we did, and this came up in the Journal of Small Business Management 2022. Y'all can look it up. It says 20% fail from exhaustion. Talking about breeders. 24/7 care without breaks, leading to 30% error rates in breeding, to include missed heat cycles. This was reported by the Journal of Small Business Management 2022. A lot of times we'll see a lot of those stay-at-home moms that want to breed, and they pretty much want to do everything. And listen, I get it, and I'm glad that you guys are on board and you're supporting your families and all that. But to think that you're going to be feeding puppies every 2 hours for 17 days or even 3 weeks, and that you're just going to be honky-dory fine when that's done, that's unrealistic. Make sure that you're spacing out, your breaks, and that, you're not overdoing it as far as litters. If you're going to be having 2 litters at the same time, make sure that they're not first-time moms at the same time, right? Make sure you got an experienced mom and a first-time mom, so if you do have to step in, you're not over exhausted, if we want to call it that. Mike's skipping on us tonight. Mike is actually at an event for his daughter. And I told him, man, absolutely, you need to be there. That definitely comes before anything else. So, guys, that's all I got for you tonight. Let me know if you got any questions before we close this out. I'm gonna bring in Hollywood so you can hang out with me up here. What's up, Hollywood?
Yes, sir. Ready to go.
There you go, man. Hey, we got us another show. We definitely throwing out some good info, man, and appreciating you guys coming in, giving us the support you have. Make sure, guys, that if you're feeding kibble in 2026, one of the reasons why you want to be feeding omega-3s is because veterinary prices are going through the freaking roof. And I can tell you, because something as simple as shots. 2 years ago, I was getting shots for my dogs at $17 a piece. Right now, I was just told it's going to be $41. So it's not even doubled. It's more than double. All right. So just keeping it real with you. Dracula, of course, he's going to tell us. Start the brute.
I can't do it. I can't do it tonight. I can't do it tonight.
He can't do it tonight.
I can't do it.
He can't do it tonight, Dracula. He recently got operated, and do I tell him what you got operated on?
I was fixing to ask why you're lying about Mike.
What do you mean lying about Mike?
We all know it's his hemorrhoids bothering him.
That's on you, man. Hey, real quick, let me have it for Shawnee Hudson.
Pues claro que sí, cabrón.
There you go. Every Monday at 8 PCST. I'm opening the mic to answer questions, guys. now's the time to drop them so we could answer them. Make sure you're feeding, like I said, the omega-3s. It's going to be fish oil. Make sure you keep your dogs away from the vet, especially that first half of 2026. And if you do have to, excuse me, if you do have to go to a vet, make sure you get yourself a country vet. They have a different model. They're not trying to pin you to the wall.
Different mindset on everything.
They're not trying to pin you on the wall for every dog and cat that comes through. Freddie Strivia says, it's been a great live tonight. Appreciate you guys. Have a great week. Till next time. Wow. In Sarata, I heard that big business like the ones that own Kibble or Wall Street people are buying up vet offices for profit. I wouldn't put it past them. I can tell you guys one thing that I was shocked about, and it happened about 3 years ago, and that's when my girl Jenny had a puppy during the 4th of July weekend. The vet that I normally was taking her to, they kept it all hush-hush because every time I get a vet, I make sure they have 24/7 emergency service. But that one weekend, they weren't going to be there. So they never told me anything. Ended up, day before, July 3rd, she decides to have the pups. I had to end up running over here to emergency hospital in Conroe. They charged me $6,500. They made sure to kill every single puppy, right? Which, needless to say, that Monday, I was at my regular vet's office. They knew very damn well what they did. And when I said that I wanted records on all 17 of my dogs, the main vet came from the back, and it was just a little too late at that point. I got all my 17 dogs, and it's been 3 years since we used them as a vet. So I'm telling you all that so you could learn from my experience so it doesn't end up happening to you. We got Drippy saying, so you think buying shots and giving it yourself will be cheaper? Yes, but you must have a relationship with your vet to be able to do that. Not every vet's just going to give you shots.
And if they're talking about getting them from Tractor Supply, the only thing I'd be careful about, they've told me before that just because you get them out of the refrigerator doesn't mean when they were shipped or anything else, they were cold the whole time. And it's kind of a 50-50 chance.
Yeah,
it's not
Tractor
really
Supply is not gonna guarantee medical refrigeration. Let me put it that way.
Exactly. That's what I worry about.
So if the light went out and that thing was warm for 10 hours, and now the virus that's in there starts to replicate or whatever, and now you give it to your dog, and instead of really fixing a situation, you may be causing one. I wouldn't recommend that. All right. Shea Tree is saying, Hollywood, feel better. By the way, Hollywood, we got Sean Wheeler, Hollywood. Let it play, man.
Pues claro que sí, cabrón.
That's it. And Adam Fields is saying, play the Blueberry Blues, man. Come on, dude. There you go. There you go. We ain't dancing. Well, I'm going to dance a little bit.
Give you this. Let me give you my right side.
Yeah.
The way you walk, the way you stand.
Yeah. The way you do. You.
Blueberry motherfucker, you. That's right.
That's right. Blueberry
motherfucker, you.
He's definitely a beast, man.
Act like you
Hey.
place in the
So recently we added 10 pounds on my boy Blueberry. Of course, immediately, you know how the hate goes. Oh, that's more like 5 or 3 pounds. Everything else was fat. Blah, blah, blah. Listen, bro. Listen. Okay, whatever. Bottom line is I wanted to push the limits on this dog. I was able to do so. He's only 16 months. I'm taking my foot off the pedal. I know that once this dog is fully mature, I can definitely put the pedal to the metal, and we're not going to have any issues, man. So
we're working out and everything to keep them gaining muscle.
Yeah, keep them gaining muscle. But guys, QBN, one of the best in the game. Cyan Bully Squad, number love, man. Appreciate you, guys. I'm gonna let Hollywood start us up tonight.
It's your boy Hollywood Holland, your boy in the back of the queue. We're catching you on the next one. Oh,
Guys, you already know we do this every Monday, 8 PCST. Now's the time for you to hammer me with the questions. I get a lot of people always hitting me up throughout the week. Oh, I have this question. I have this problem. You know, I got a million things going on like everybody else does. But on Mondays at 8 PCST, that's the time we have with you to answer your questions directly. For as little as $5 a month, you could be a member and we can make this a conversation. Either way, guys, it's been Raul from the queue, and I'll be catching you on the.
We are going for a whole hour, straight dog talk and the song. Jump on in and speculate. Show up on time, don't be weak and late. We are community, so don't hate.